Hey, DCAT members, welcome to another Take 5, and thank you for joining us. Today, we are honored to have with us Sherry Featherstone from ProTech DKI, right there in Elk Grove Village, Illinois, right around the corner from our corporate office. How are you doing today, Sherry?
I'm good. How are you, Ken?
Doing very well. And we're speaking with Been There, Dump That. We've got Letitia Wilson, who is a franchise development specialist and support coach and national relationships liaison. Try putting that on a business card, right? How you
Yes,
doing, Letitia?
Ken, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it.
For joining us. And the reason we have Sherry here is because, and I was going to use a hair club for men joke, but she didn't try it first. But she saw Been There, Dump That as a complementary business to her DCAT business. So she actually owns a franchise right there in the Chicago area. So we thought she'd be good to have on to give her insight as to the benefit to the DCAT members. So start with Letitia. Who has Been There, Dump That? For members who are not familiar with you guys, please kind of give us an overview of who you guys are.
Absolutely, Ken. Well, thank you very much. Been There, Dump That is a franchise operation. We actually house ourselves out of Toronto, Canada. We are a roll-off dumpster company. So we started franchising in Canada back in 2001, 2004, and then we actually started franchising in the U.S. in 2011. And so we have a great area that we can cover both in the U.S. and Canada. And right now we have 111 franchise owners that covers about 160 territories in the U.S. alone. So we have a huge coverage area for you guys.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. So are there certain areas where you're stronger than others, or what would it look like nationally?
Nationally, I would say we're definitely focused on I'm going to say the eastern half of the U.S. We aren't in the West Coast yet. We're not in the Western Coast states yet. We're working on that. But in the meantime, the farthest west that we go right now is Salt Lake City and Phoenix, Arizona, and then bring it forward to Colorado and Texas, and then huge concentration along the eastern seaboard and right there in the Midwest. Of course, Sherry, right there in Chicago, down south to Mobile, down into Florida and up into Maine.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what Been There, Dump That. I know you guys focus on is it the residential style or residential size dumpsters that you focus on? So what are the different sizes that you have, and what are the special things that you do, special services that you have for just for the business?
Absolutely. Yes. So we are residential friendly. So what that means is, while we are residential friendly, we do absolutely do commercial business as well. And our bin size, we have the footprint of a minivan. So that's our largest size, which is our 20-yard bin. So the nice thing about that is, ultimately, we make you guys look good. That's what we do. We make you guys look good. You guys provide an excellent service. Been There, Dump That does the same. So you have this continuous effort from the time you guys are working with your clients all the way to the trash end of it. And our bins, we have the 20, the 15, the 10, depending on what area you're in. If you're in Canada, the sizes are slightly different in name, but you got the 20, the 15 or 14, the 10 or 12, and then down to the 6 and the 4 yards. So we've got a nice size for you. And again, our footprint is nice and small. We'll fit on one side of the driveway. Our size allows us to put our bins placement next to the building, close to a building, into a warehouse, because our trucks are smaller as well. So we're pretty nice and compact for all sorts of projects that you guys are working on.
Very cool. And so Sherry, what makes Been There, Dump That a solution for DKI member companies?
I think it's the service that they provide, right? I mean, I run our dumpster business here in Chicago as if it's the water business. So I actually do it 24/7, 365. So, what the reason I got into the business was we had trouble getting dumpsters when we needed them, right?
Okay.
And which a lot of people in metropolitan areas do have that trouble, right? The dumpsters are scheduled a week out or whatever. We deliver the day you call. So that's a key change and that's a game changer for our business, because I'm not hauling garbage in my vans anymore. My vans are fine, right? Because that's what we had to do, because we couldn't get a dumpster, right? Yeah. So I'm like, no, I'm going to buy a dumpster company. I'll solve the problem. So Been There, Dump That was my solution. And what's interesting about it too is it offered the ability for me to not only be in the restoration business, but now service others that are in the restoration business.
And we won't mention any other names right now. It's just DKI that we're concerned about.
Guys, the green trucks and those other guys. I like taking their money, Ken. Come on, right? So,
and I don't blame you for that. It's good to take the money,
right? So I'm just trying to take the money. So
it's either good to take their money by taking their business or taking the money from doing work for them, right? Okay.
Right. So I got it covered on both sides. But anyway, so yes, so I think the key is we bring a good product to market. We protect people's property when we get there. We put boards down. The dumpster goes on top of boards. We don't touch the driveways. We clean up and sweep up after we take the dumpster up onto the truck. So there's no garbage left behind. So, it's a friendly service and it's an easy service. We can get into very small areas because of the truck, and it works. Everybody's happy with it.
Very good. And it sounds like it's more relational too than working with some of the bigger companies. I know the dumpster and the trash business nationwide is almost like working with the mafia.
Yep.
And hopefully they're not watching right now, but that's kind of what it's like. So Letitia, anything else that you can talk about? I mean, Sherry pretty much covered it all. I mean, you protect the driveways, talk about the dumpster, the bin sizes. Anything else you want to add to that?
I think the other thing, Sherry's talking about really our value proposition. We've got the double doors in the back. So you guys aren't hauling heavy stuff and throwing them over the side of the bin. You're walking them right in, which is great. And truly, Sherry touched on it, but timing for delivery and for pickup, we can be there before your project starts. We can be there same day. We can pick up same day sometimes. Depends on what you need. I mean, it's that residential friendly, commercial friendly business that we offer to you guys. And so again, we make sure that we help you guys look good.
Well, that's fantastic.
Hey,
well, thank you guys very much.
One thing to add there, and Letitia, we can nest dumpsters.
Oh yeah.
So if you need to bring 2 dumpsters to a site, if you need a 20 and you need a 10, I can put the 10 inside the 20 and bring it on one truck at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is unique to the business. No one else can do that. So, it offers a whole nother element that people don't, you want a 30 yard, we'll bring you a 10 and a 20, set them down next to different areas.
So you roll the 10 inside the back
10
of the...
10 goes inside to the 20. We close the doors on it. We pull both of them up onto the truck and off we go.
Yep.
Wow. So you can probably even do a 36 then, right? A 10, 20, and a 6?
No, we can't bring 3 in.
Can't do that.
Limited to 2. We have a weight issue too we got to deal with,
Good try, Ken.
Well, you got to think outside the box, right?
Hey. All
right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I mean, it's a pleasure to have you here. Been There, Dump That is a great sponsor, and I think what's been kind of the holdback is people don't really know who you guys are and what you do. So I hope this goes a long ways in getting the point across. For you DCAT members watching this, if you don't deal in the construction part of the business or in the tear outs and all this stuff, because there's garbage on every job. I mean, like Sherry said, her vans used to be full of garbage. So there's garbage on every job. If this is not your part of the business, please get it over to the project managers or the people who deal with this so that way they can learn a little bit more about Been There, Dump That. Thank you guys so much. We'll have Letitia's contact information at the end of this video, and have a great day.
Awesome. Thanks, Ken. Bye.
Bye-bye.